Hey, now we're live on air. Welcome everybody to the 9th edition of the Decepticast with my esteemed guests here, Decepticon Captain Ledoux,
Yay for Thundercracker for getting it right.
Hunger,
Hey, folks.
Pyro Strata,
Sup?
Scrapper Dew,
Hi.
and the old Hot Link Sausages.
I like beer.
Okay. So, this is the part of the show, well, it's pretty much the entire show, where we just basically sit around and collectively bitch about various Transformers-related topics. So, let's go ahead and delve into our first topic, which is Transformers Prime, and I'll go ahead and go first here, because I'll be short and sweet. This is something that I get like a giant ration of shit for all the time because apparently it's some sort of blasphemy, not like Transformers Prime. And I hear it all the time that the writing on Transformers Prime makes Shakespeare look like a monkey just flinging shit at a screen. So it's the greatest writing ever. In fact, it makes Beowulf look like, just some toilet paper scrawlings of some inmate that was high on toilet wine. But at any rate, I don't like it for several reasons. Number one, the pointy chins put me off. Number two, the fact that Megatron looks like a curly Q fucking metal tumbleweed with teeth puts me off. Starscream's high heels put me off. The fact that Soundwave looks like a broken purple mirror with tentacles puts me off. And I know there are some shitty human characters in G1, but oh my fucking god, the ones in Prime just make me want to throw the Earth into the sun. And basically, when I first looked at it, I was like, holy shit, this is basically Transformers live action in cartoon form. So that put me off of Transformers Prime immediately. So I mean I can't deal with the robot moves. So that's my 2 cents on the old Transformers Prime, and we're gonna go right away to our favorite Pumpkin Spice Girl.
I just heard Pumpkin Spice and I knew you were talking about me, but I love Transformers Prime. I started out with Transformers Prime. It was the first Transformers show I ever watched. I love it for so many different reasons. I think the animation is beautiful. Okay, when I first watched it, shut up. When I first started watching it, I hated Starscream with a burning passion. I was like, heels, man, really. There are definitely some flaws with it. Starscream, for example. But
his banter is hilarious.
It is, and it's just, I wouldn't say the writing is the greatest in the world, but it gives you solid characters with a solid story and animation that doesn't make me want to throw up. And oh my god, a cat! Oh god, go cat, go away. We're starting this again, but
here we go again.
I know, I was just about to say
You didn't say anything, Scrapper. You missed it.
Don't exclude him. But yeah, I think Transformers Prime is overall a good show. Not the best, but I love Predacons, and I love Megatron, and I love all of it. And yeah, that's all I have to say, or else I'll just go off on a tangent about why I love Transformers Prime, so...
Okay, so Ledoux is wrong. Let's go with Hot Link.
Oh god, I'm gonna need another beer. Basically, I'm on the fence with this one. I can't get past the aesthetic, but like from the snippets that I've seen, like it's okay. The rendering of the character for Megatron is probably, out of like some of these newer animated reduxes, retcons, loose leaf Xeroxes, whatever you want to call it, it is acceptable ish. the aesthetic looks like somebody drew it, did it with while they were on acid. I have to agree with TC there. Like, it's some straight up Yellow Submarine level acid.
Oh.
To interrupt, I got a jet.
All right.
Yeah.
Bye, Scrapper.
Bye,
I'll see you
Scrapper.
hopefully next time.
Bye, Scrapper.
Hey, Scrapper. Cat. Have a great day, brother.
Yeah, you too.
But that's my 2 cents on it. That's my 2 shaniks on it. Is I'm on the fence about it.
Okay.
It's got its perks, but most of it's not perks. It's
Okay. So Hot Link is only half wrong. Let's go to Hung.
Well, for the most part, I pretty much enjoyed it. The biggest issue that I had with it was in season 3 and in the concluding movie, Predacons Rising, where
Whoa. They had a fucking movie?
yep, yeah, it was like
my God.
it wrapped up where the last episode left off. So I know, like, Ledoux, you like the Predacons and whatnot. I thought the Predacons were a dumb idea, the way they went about it.
Most
Like-
people do, but
Okay, so my absolute favorite toy from the Prime line was the Voyager class Shockwave, but he had all that rubber shit that came with him, where he was
in the
a
box.
where he was a beast hunter, and that just immediately put me off on all that shit. And then it seems like, so for the first 2 seasons, it was actually pretty good to me. I really loved the depiction of Starscream, not the way they made him look, but the way the character acted, where he's sneaky and conniving, but he's aware that he's like physically completely incapable of taking on the people who are above him. So I liked that. But then season 3 in the movie, I went and headbutted a wall after watching those because it just ruined the ride for me.
yeah, see, I never even watched those, so the show is still kind of flawless to me.
And then my last little tidbit here is with the toys. A lot of the toys for the line were really good, but the fucking Terracons they did for it, they're all, I think they call them Legion class. They're like as big as your thumb. And they literally look like they took 5 toys and super glued them together to make Abominus, and it just looks shitty.
Okay. So, just so we're straight here, and just, forgive my Transformers Prime ignorance, but when you're talking about Predacons, you're not talking about like Razor Claw and Tantrum and Headstrong.
No. In Prime, the Predacons were the prehistoric ancestors, and they all had beast modes. And they turned into they turned into like dragons and griffins and shit.
What? So what? Okay, I'm not even going to touch that. Okay, why griffins? That just makes no sense.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
All right.
And
So,
fire.
last but not least, Pyrostrata.
Ah, yes. I happen to be one of the G1ers that loves Transformers Prime.
Oh, yeah, that's my
Traitor.
phone.
Yeah, I started watching it from the gate, and it finally got me excited to see Transformers in animation again. It was dark, it was gritty, it was very well written. I'm one of those that's like writing. Although it's not perfect, it is not perfect. But it does give us the darkest Megatron we've had in decades. The only incarnation of Starscream that I like. The humans were tolerable. Especially the adults. The military guy, Jack's mom.
Nurse Darby.
And probably the best human in any series, Silas.
Oh, yeah.
He was indeed a threat. He was the third faction, as you will, Silas and his mech group. And what he did to get himself removed from the series was probably the most wonderful bit of writing I've seen in a while.
I want to stop you there real quick just to say that Silas sounds like a Children of the Corn character, but go ahead.
He is a creepy bastard. I'm not gonna lie, he is a creepy bastard.
He
And
wants
the
you,
toy-
Malachi.
And the toys, wow, I love them. Oh, and I cannot forget Soundwave. For a mech that said 2 words, the entire run of the series, he was probably the creepiest bastard version of Soundwave ever. So, overall, I liked Prime, and I do tend to agree with Hunger that the last season and the movie were really weak. They introduced a whole bunch of new characters and then just dropped it like a hot rock.
They ended the filler.
I just started to like Predaking when they said, whoops, no more. Just like, aw.
Yeah, they ended the series with filler.
Yeah, basically. And
Like all of season 3 should have been like, oh fuck, we need to bulk this season, so make 2 waste episodes.
From what it sounds like, they were just trying to sell more toys with the limited budget they had left. That's what it's.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that is Hasbro's fault 100%.
Yeah,
It is not the show's fault.
it's their
It is
legacy.
not the network's fault. It is 100% the fault of Hasbro and what they did to Discovery Networks, who ran the hub for them. And I won't go into that because that's all kinds of corporate rubbish.
Hello, Pilsner. Love of my life.
But other than that, I liked Prime.
Okay, so Pyrostrata's completely wrong. Let's go on to our next topic here.
Oh, God.
And it's Combiner Wars.
No.
And
We are Starscream. We are one.
I believe we have 2 episodes to talk about here, right? And here's the thing: is I couldn't even really concentrate on the episodes that much because what's the word I'm looking for? They were fucking awful. Okay. I mean, okay. So Starscream, I guess and spoiler alert if you haven't seen it, I'm probably going to say some shit that like is pertinent to the plot here. But Starscream goes ahead and becomes like combiner guy, and that was dumb. And then like for some reason when he's combiner guy, he looks like the fucking when you're a kid and you put those like little stickers on your fucking ceiling of like the stars and moons and shit. He looks like that for some reason as a combiner guy. I don't know how the fuck like Devastator became like incorporeal all of a sudden. And like what's the chick one name? Viner Knox, what the fuck her chops is? Yeah, that's the one.
Shit, Torion.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
like that happens, and then like okay. So like the guy who's doing the voice acting of Starscream, like I probably when I'm excreting solid waste to make better Starscream sounds than this guy does, because he is fucking awful, right? And then okay, so like his arm falls off, which I thought, hey, cool, Monty Python reference, but then like it wasn't. It was just more awfulness, and then Prime's all like, oh no, Megatron, like what the fuck? And then what's the kabuki face chick?
Megatron. No.
Kabuki face chick.
Okay, so then Kabuki Face Chick is like Optimus Prime, and then here's like the one that like totally killed it for me. Is,
It's coming up. Oh god.
it's like all this shit's going wrong, and then like it's like imminent destruction of like everything they hold dear, and like shit's just gone sideways, and everything's totally bad, and going like totally the absolute wrong way. And Kabuki Face says, "Something's wrong." Well, yeah, no shit. No fucking shit, something's wrong. That's like if like halfway through the Predator movie, like when they've already seen the Predator and he's fucking like eviscerated half the guys in that little commando team, Arnie was like, "Hey, I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but something's going wrong out here." I mean, of course something's wrong, you goddamn Kabuki Face piece of shit. Okay. I got a little bit of a Combiner Wars monkey on my back, so I gotta calm down a little bit. So we're gonna go ahead and go to Hung. We're gonna go ahead and go to Hung RRR.
Forgot G.
Ah.
So, in deference to being on the Decepticast again, I actually got caught up and watched them all.
I'm sorry.
Oh, you poor soul. Yeah, I'm sorry.
So, like Thundercracker said, now Starscream is, I don't know, are they going to call it Combiner Con or something like that? Something stupid. So he, initially when he combined with the other combiners, he looked just like a giant semi-translucent version of himself, but then he became a blob that's flying apart and all kinds of shit, and somehow he can, I'm going to call it what it looked like, he can shoot lasers and lightning from 1,000 nipples on his back.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. The first thing I thought was Maycross Missile Massacre. Go ahead.
So, the one thing I did like about the episode is that it ended with, I know she's not dead, but it looks like she might be dead, so
Yeah.
I'm just happy with that, with Windblade Mick Kabuki Face. But it's so chunks of the combiners that he's forcibly assimilated into himself are flying around, and I thought it was it was neat when Megatron goes, "I still function," a little bit of a reference to the G1 movie there. But it's so the universe is fucking ending in front of them. Starscream is a Yog Soggoth godlike thing now,
Yogs.
Nice.
Yeah.
and they're literally just standing around like, "No, fuck, the world's gonna end." All right. But it's you get better acting from 3-year-olds in a school play.
Mm.
Yeah,
Oh.
pretty much.
That's I almost went and cut myself after watching that shit. Just so I could see
That's
if I
my
could feel,
bit.
just so I could feel if I still feel anything. So that was my take on it. It was just god awful.
Okay, so here's another thing that I just remembered here. Is it me, or is like the entire fucking series, like after the space battle, happened within like 100 square feet? Like
Yeah.
they never come out of one little spot they're in.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
And then you forgot the planet with the still operating servers of Tron lines.
Oh yeah. Okay, so yeah, so it sucks. We're gonna go with Pyrostrat here.
I watched the 2 episodes back to back again today, and it was once again 10 minutes of my life that I will never get back.
My reaction to everything, Combiner Wars.
I just, there's nothing going on that makes any sense. It's over here and over here and over here. There's nothing tying this story together. There's no coherency to the plot progression. And that is, to me, sinful. Today's episode, or the newest episode, was just 5.5 minutes of what the hell is going on. Nothing made any sense. Starscream is the super mega combiner go guy. What is that? It was like his face in this glowing sparkle farkle orb of and the titty missiles and what the hell? And I mean, Starscream is kicking the living shit out of both Megatron and Prime, right? So Kabuki Girl, I can save the day, and goes up before Starscream. And I still don't know what Starscream did to her. There were missiles, there was glowing, there was a gigantic explosion, and she just floats down from the sky like a little feather onto the ground. What the hell happened? What is going on?
Windblade! No!
And the writing in combination with the voice acting, are we watching 1920s style where everything is like the world is exploding and yet every character has to make a point of telling us the world is exploding with the most flat, deadpan voices ever.
I can't
Shit
help
is blowing up all around them, and they're like, "Oh no, don't
I can't help
do
but to wonder if,
that."
like, I can't help but to wonder if they're not actually like doing this stage, like, you know, they have the actors around doing the voice recording. I wonder if they're just recording like the rehearsal where they're just going through the lines where they're like, okay, guy who's doing Starscream, now you read off. I'm now everything. Ah.
Yeah, it's kind of like that where they're all sitting in front of a teleprompter and they are reading exactly what it says, word for word, with no inflection.
Even in the laughter of that was like, ugh.
And why? Why did Starscream stop screaming and all of a sudden start laughing? What is going on?
Oh, and don't forget that he can now vomit atomic explosions.
Yes,
Oh,
mouth
God.
lasers. Mouth lasers.
Okay.
Ah!
So, okay, here's one more thing. Was it me, or did they for this split second put the camera on the Mistress of Sodomy from Planet Cream Corn, or whatever the fuck her name is? Just for no reason. They just showed her looking up oh my god, this sucks.
Yeah, and she was only in it for that one moment where she's like, "Oh dear," and she fell, and that was it.
Something's wrong.
What the
I'm dead.
what the fuck? What the fuck is going on?
Okay. So let's go to Peter Pumpkin Eater.
Oh, huh. I hesitated because I didn't know who you were talking about at first, but then
I was kind of confused too.
then I was like, well, okay. All right. Well, I just typed up a couple little points I wanted to make. Not a lot, because I'm numb to it all now. But
Take notes.
shut up. Starscream's voice really upset me this time around. Like the screeching noises made my ears bleed. It was awful. It was god awful. I couldn't believe. I'm like, how many people had to listen to this and be like, yeah, that's fine, let's put that in the show. There was absolutely nothing redeemable about this episode. For me, there was nothing that I liked about it. The past episode or two, it was like, okay, there's one or two things, but no, there was absolutely nothing in this episode that I enjoyed. You get Optimus, who's like, no, we can't abandon Cybertron, but it's like, you did that pretty easily the first time, so why is it such a big deal this time? But, and when I watched Windblade, quote-unquote, die, I just took it as another ridiculously, forced attempt to try to get people to care about her. And
Yes.
it just angered me. I know that's exactly what they're doing. The music that plays, they're trying to get you to feel stuff when you see her die. And I'm like, all I feel is the urge to cut my wrists downward so I get more blood loss.
Jump across the river to get attention. Swim upstream to accomplish something.
Exactly. That's the rule that I live by ever since I started watching this show. All the voice acting was terrible. It seemed like it was even worse this time around. I don't know why.
Yeah,
It was.
It was phoned in. This
Yeah.
last episode sounded like everybody was just fuck it and just phoned it in. Like
Yeah.
they have heard the entire fandom go, this show sucks, and now they don't give a shit.
Yeah, you know what? That's actually extremely, like, I was trying to pinpoint it, and it's funny because this episode didn't have as much dialogue as the others, it seems, but it's still worse than all the other ones, and that was just kind of weird to me. I kind of got really angry when when Megatron was like, "I still function." I'm like, "No, you can't."
angry.
I'm like, "You can't say that." I'm like, "Don't bring that good, movie into this, please." I got really mad because I was like, "No, you're not. This isn't gonna save you. This isn't gonna make anyone think that you're okay. So stop."
And it sounded out of place. It sounded
did.
like they're like, oh, well, let's throw something in here for the G1ers.
And yeah, it was so,
right there. It's
yeah, it
like, what?
It was so like it was like at the last second they were like, let's have him do this to try to get the G1ers off our backs, and I'm like, it's not working, and it was just overall freaking 0.5 out of 10. Would never watch again. Please don't.
They listened to the Decepticast and they know.
I know that's
They
that'd be
probably
cool.
did. Hey, just
Oh,
out of
God.
curiosity, is that picture of you with the pumpkins, is that a vector? Because, like, the little circular emanations from your picture, they, like, go inside of your picture as opposed to everybody else's.
Oh wait, what? It's a PNG if that's what you're talking about. There's no background.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Vector.
Yeah, it's a PNG because I'm
Okay.
too lazy. So I'm done.
Problem solved. Okay. So I think the only person we got left here is good old Jimmy Dean Hotlink.
Jimmy Dean. I got a challenge for Hunger. I
Okay.
need you to take that clip of Starscream becoming that nebulous whatever and play the Sephiroth theme for it, please. Let's see.
Write that down so I don't forget.
Because that's the thing that went through my mind was Sephiroth, like the final battle in Final Fantasy VII, where Sephiroth becomes like this godlike thing that you don't even know what it is anymore. That's what Starscream was this godlike thing that fired mouth lasers like he was a Saiyan Uzuru. He fired nipple beams like
Titty missiles.
titty missiles. This is Morgan.
Those titties were bombastic.
This is Morgan Freeman, and I'm going to say something. Titty missiles. And it's just like, what? I mean, they tried to make it like he was some end video game boss, which in turn is kind of okay, because then that's a subtle hint that the show is about over. Thank God if it is. But other than that, it was dumb. I like how Megatron was the only one fighting the thing. That idiot Starscream, I gotta shoot him now. At least he was the only one attempting to do something, while everybody else just gawked at it like Godzilla coming out of the water and was like, oh, all hope is lost. Oh, no. Which, of course, all hope is lost. This thing is literally manifesting black holes out of its freaking butt, like the God Emperor taking a giant, violent, warp storm-laden fart on Cybertron.
How
And
fucked up was it that Windblade could block it?
Yeah,
and
that's what I want to know.
block a black hole, something that even housed Unicron. This is something that kept Unicron encased.
What I want to know is, why did they make Megatron's fusion cannon sound like a pussy?
Good
I don't
point.
know. Just getting to that. It sounded like it was literally a pew pew noise that you get off of like Adobe CS5. Like
I'm gonna cry.
literally that sound. I'm going to go into my copy of Adobe and see if it's that same freaking noise.
If you can put a dress on a fusion reactor.
Yeah.
This show did it.
Yeah, it's like, how do you take the manliest weapon in Transformers and make it sound like a las pistol? Like, how does that work? Like,
When you begin
Well,
your
they made the transforming sounds like a bitch, so why not Megatron's canon too?
like, you know, so general synopsis is Starscream absorbs the combiners, becomes like nebulous, Tron line laden, transparent God Emperor farted warp storm. Fuck shit up. Everybody's going crazy. I'm expecting the Legion of the Damned to just step out of like whatever Starscream is and just fuck shit up. I mean,
that would be the only way to fucking save this movie.
yeah, really, really. Like, where's the Legion of the Damned? They need to mop this heresy up and disappear. That's what needs to happen. Like, but I digress. Enough 40K references for the day. Yeah, Sephiroth music. It's got to happen, Hunger. It's got to happen.
Hey, you know, like a year and a half ago when they first announced this series coming out, I posted something about how even though I'm skeptic now and my soul has been crushed by IDW, I'm looking forward to it. And Thundercracker said, I bet you anything they're going to fuck it up. Thundercracker, you were right.
Shocker.
I've been saying it too. I'm like, really? And then I read in the article where they were announcing it, we're all excited, and they're like, now it's going to be a Transformers show for adults. It's going to be gritty. And I'm like,
it's
coming back from Machinima.
That's why I've been putting...
Oh, this is going to suck balls.
That's actually a valid point. Machinima is video game crap. This whole episode reminded me of a video game end boss. It makes sense now.
Oh, boy.
That's why I've been putting the memes out, you know, with, we're going to say that it's meant for the older fans, then we're going to fill it with shit that the older fans hate.
Legit.
And that's what a lot of people are starting to get really fed up about. We're like, 7, 8 episodes in, and the fandom is still waiting for this gritty adult Transformers show. They're like, what are they catering to? The Tumblr tards? And I'm like, exactly what I've been saying to you for a year and a half. It's going to be for the Tumblr tards, not grown-ups. And there is a difference.
Okay. One last little anecdote that I want to add before we continue. Seeing Rodimus Prime get his arm tore off by Devastator was nice.
Yeah, that was actually pretty cool.
Agreed.
I liked that. That was enjoyable.
That was very enjoyable. It was glad to finally see that prick got what, you know, at least, you know, get disarmed, you know. So,
Legit.
carry on.
Speaking of getting fed up, I was told today by one of the Page fans, yeah, we get it. You don't like IDW.
No shit.
Really? So, yeah.
I got that yesterday.
All because, you know, of one of my, you know, little IDW scenarios that I do. All right, so.
There went Starscream. Oh, yeah, Morty. Ooh, let the frogs out. Oh.
Okay, so moving on to our next topic. It is favorite G1 episode and why. And I'm going to go first again because I'm pretty fucking awesome. And, my favorite G1 episode is Heavy Metal War. Number 1, because it's got heavy metal in the fucking name, and I'm a metalhead. Right? So that's a good point. That's a stroke in its favor right there. And number 2 is because Megatron, instead of like, you know, being just initially this overpowered, like, ultra badass, he like has to go through this whole rigmarole to become the ultra powered super badass. And he pretty much stomps Prime's ass, which was awesome. Because here's the thing about Optimus Prime, and this might take you by surprise and it might shock you. I fucking hate Optimus Prime.
No!
Seriously.
No way! My whole life is a lie. My whole life is just a big lie, Thundercracker.
No, seriously, I really dislike Optimus Prime. So anyway, Heavy Metal War, that's my favorite one there. And yeah, that's my That's what I'm going with. So let's go with let's go right back to Hotlink again. Here's his favorite.
The episode, I can't remember the name of the episode right offhand, but it's the first time that it was the episode the Devastator debuted. Seeing him forming for the first time was amazing. I liked that the best. And, you know, it's probably like a lot of people that would say, hey, that was my first favorite episode, but that one takes the cake. Just seeing him just like crushinating everything was, at that point in that time when I had finally got a chance to watch it, because I didn't watch it when it was brand spanking new. I'm not like Ledoux and being a young pup, but you know I'm right in the middle between you guys and her, and so you know.
Excuse you, sir. I'm like 17, 10 years old.
Use a pup.
Yeah.
Rude.
Devastator, the you know when you heard the boss, he's like Constructicons form Devastator, you know, the first time, and like that stuff was amazing. That was probably my favorite moment, and therefore favorite episode in D1.
Okay. Let's go on over to Hungry.
Hands down, Starscream's Brigade.
Yeah.
What a surprise.
Oh boy.
I like Starscream's Brigade because it introduced Bruticus. And,
That is true.
And I like Bruticus. He's my favorite combiner.
Yeah, later on he got his revenge.
Yeah, very next episode. Plus, you know, Bruticus in that next episode actually fired Shockwave out of his back cannon, which is pretty funny. Then we got the wonderful scene with Shockwave riding on Starscream.
Oh yeah, that's one of my favorites. Very Brokeback Mountain.
Figuratively and literally.
Okay. Let's go.
That's my answer.
Let's go to the young pup herself.
Excuse you.
Could be worse. Could be a cat.
Oh, I am a cat. I have the headphones for it and everything. But I'm gonna have to copy Thundercracker and say my favorite episode by far is Heavy Metal War. I could watch that over and over and over again. I love it. I love Megatron, and like it's sometimes when you name the episodes, like the title of the episodes, I won't know exactly which one you're talking about. I'll be like Prime Target or whatever, like the Immobilizer, like I don't know what the hell that is. But when you say Heavy Metal War, I'm immediately like, oh yeah, that's my shit. And that's really all there is to it. I love that episode. I can watch it all day long. It's great. 10 out of 10 would watch again.
Okay. I'd like to say that redeemed you for Transformers Prime, but no.
Oh, shut up!
Yes!
Drama Queen.
Death to all who oppose us!
This is why people hate us.
Let's go to Pyrostrata here. Favorite episode and why?
Well, my favorite episode overall is Web World in the 3rd season because it literally takes a giant dump on the psychiatric practice.
Oh yes! Oh my gosh!
I like that when Galvatron's insanity literally blows up an entire planet. I was dying laughing. It was great. However, the episode that made the biggest impact on me when I first saw it was Megatron's Master Plan.
Oh yeah.
Where he like framed the Autobots on video and basically touted himself as being misunderstood. And yeah, that episode when I first saw it in the 80s scared me because that was like hot button shit back then. So yeah, that is my favorite episode for overall impact on me. But Web World, yeah, 22 minutes of laughing my aft off.
Okay, so just to be clear here, you picked a season 3 episode, and you also had a little bit of a Max Headroom moment there a minute ago.
I did.
Yeah, You were like,
You did.
What?
your voice. I don't know what happened. You know what?
I'll probably hear it on the playback.
Okay, so
With your drink today.
Mm.
okay. Hey, isn't Megatron's master plan? Isn't that the old crazy one where shit, Thrust goes down in there and destroys Teletran 1?
Yes.
That's what I thought. From bitch ass, what's his chops? Professor X guy. Chip Chase.
Oh
Oh.
God. Oh.
Ew.
Ugh.
Oh,
And
don't
like-
even act like you two don't lust after him.
Okay, you know what, Thundercracker?
If you were not my brother, I would kill you.
No, you know what, Thundercracker? I can deal with the Bernie Sanders jokes, but that went too far, man. That
I like
that is
beer.
crossing the line. That's crossing
I'm gonna
the
go
line.
and get my Hello Kitty nipple clamps and watch.
Do those Hello Kitty nipple clamps fire lasers?
All right,
And my
that got-
suffering.
that got a little out of hand.
It actually made my neck hurt from laughing so hard.
Wow, you pulled a corpse grinder. Your neck's hurting. I'm sorry.
Hey, speaking of laughing pretty hard, I just want to throw a shout out there to Josh LaRosa. I think that's how you pronounce his name. Anyway, he routinely watches the Decepticast, and he says it's pretty darn rootin' tootin' funny. So, hey, thanks, Josh, for watching. You're like our one fan. Congratulations.
Is that who it is? Who comes in occasionally? It's like the one fan that's here whenever we do this.
Yeah.
Could very well be.
Yeah,
Probably.
I don't know. All right, so moving on to our final topic. It is the Blu-ray release of the 1986 Transformers movie. In my opinion, the only movie, other than those 5 fucking turd rockets that they put out.
There's only 4. Wait, there's only there's not 5, is there?
There's one coming up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but there's only
The
4.
Last Knight.
Yeah. And then there's going to be a Bumblebee
Correct.
singular movie.
Oh,
Can
Nuggets!
Exactly.
end my life.
So anyway,
And Octane will be a lime green tow truck.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
yeah, punch that face.
We need to dedicate an episode to just picking apart that turd.
Dude,
isn't
that's a good
that
idea.
lime green tow truck? Isn't that non-slot?
Yeah.
Onslaught.
I don't know. I don't look
Yeah.
into it. I don't want to know. I don't care to know.
And I think that's a tow truck. It's like one of those big tow trucks that like
It's a big.
tow truck.
It's an industrial semi tow truck. They made Onslaught, who is a giant gun truck, into a
Did it
tow
again.
truck. We have gone from the ballpark to the trailer park.
You did the
Because
Max
there.
Headroom thing again. And so anyway, just to wrap up my thoughts on crazy old the release of the. First off, I haven't gotten it yet, and mostly it's because I'm fucking too lazy to leave the hangar today. So, and secondly, you know what? Here's the thing, and I'm just gonna say this: don't fucking argue about DVD or Blu-ray, for God's sake. If somebody wants to get a Blu-ray, let them get a Blu-ray. You don't have to, come in and say I don't like Blu-ray. I don't care what. If somebody wants to get it on fucking 8mm, that's fine. I don't care. So that's it.
You
Real,
just
real.
took my entire bit. Thank you. I was gonna rip it into it, man.
Oh shit. All right. So anyway,
It was gonna be funny, and now I feel bad if I say anything about it. Thank you.
okay, everybody, just ignore what I just said.
You hurt his feelings.
Sorry about
Oh,
that.
I hear the whole symphony of little tiny violins playing just for Hot Link.
I try to play those things. I break too many of them. I don't know.
So yeah. So anyway, I guess my thing is, if you want to get it on fucking reel to reel, go ahead and get it like that. If you want to be a tough guy. And just one more question about it. Did Randall Inga, did he get it like advanced copy because he's so cool?
He's actually got stuff in it.
Well, shit.
What?
He's got one. He's in the bonus features.
What?
Yep.
God damn.
Yep. He's in the bonus features.
I'm gonna
Shout
have
out.
to buy me a Blu-ray.
Same. Shout out to Randall. Go you.
Yeah, that guy's pretty awesome. And I'm not just saying
I
that.
love him.
And I'm not just saying that because he made the Thunderstruck video. It's kind of featured me.
Helms off to Randall.
Yes.
He's a
Ing
wonderful
Smooth
man.
animation is fantastic.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
There's like maybe 3 baloney bags that I don't hate. He's one of them.
I'm one of those, right?
Okay, so moving on to whoever is next.
A question like a surface to air missile. Did you see that?
Let's go to Hunger and his thoughts on the release.
Well, back when the 20th anniversary DVD came out, and it had all you could watch it widescreen or full screen, everybody kind of got snooty about that it wouldn't be the same as the VHS and whatnot. So it's kind of the same hype. And in like less than a year, all the fans will have it regardless, whether they get it as a gift or they just decide to go buy it themselves. So it's neat to see it, digitally remastered and with the soundtrack revamped and whatnot. But people who complain for the sake of complaining, which is me, I do that.
Don't we all?
We
That's what Decepticast is all about.
Yeah.
Just complaining all the time.
So there's people
Except to make it funny.
there's complaining to complain, and there's complaining to state a grievance, and then there's complaining just to be a piece of shit, and that's what a lot of people is. It's Blu-ray, so Blu-rays are bad. Then don't fucking buy one.
Right.
That was pretty eloquently put.
Damn straight.
Okay,
Yep, that's my opinion on it.
so we're gonna go to poor old mistreated Hot Link.
I like
Yeah,
beer.
bio.
I'm on my 5th one right now, so
Oh.
I'm moderately intaking this. Basically,
Hey, wait, let me ask you something real quick.
yeah.
Are you one of those beer snobs who has to have like the $14 6-packs?
No, I'm not Randy Marsh.
Called the Schmorgenstein, and it's elegantly cultural.
No. I wish I had a whistle. I would totally do that, Jake. No, basically, like, it's not like I particularly hate Blu-ray or anything. It's just because, damn it.
Since we just shit on you about that?
Blu-ray. It was gonna be glorious. No. Now I don't have a bit, and now I've got to play this off the top of my head.
Just do it again. I wasn't paying attention when Thundercracker did it the first time.
Hey, what the fuck?
I'm trying to make him feel better. For God's sake, relax.
What was this? An air-to-air missile? I don't know. You could fly? No. Oh, anyway. Basically, I was one of those people that really didn't care about, like, resolution quality, HD quality kind of thing, man. Like, I was the last in my family to get a flat screen TV, and that's just because my old CRT finally decided to poop the tube, and I couldn't get a part for it anymore. I never had to get out, I never had to, like, go get the next crisp copy of, what the fuck ever.
So basically what you're saying is you're the Uncle Jesse of movies.
Yeah. I can get it in any way that I want it, and it will still be entertaining, whatever. But, like, anyway, now that Randall Ling's going to be on this, I may have to own this particular Blu-ray release, which will be one of, if I purchase it or obtain it, it'll be one of the 5 Blu-rays that I own out of my massive archive of film. So that's a pretty high honor, seeing as it's an extra $5-6 out of pocket to go get it. Other than that, it is what it is. You like Blu-ray, you like DVD, sure. I was gonna be funny, but now I am the sad and need another beer. So carry on.
Sorry, we shit on you, Hot Link.
To be fair, it was funny-ish.
Okay. So yeah. I want to just, I'd really like to see if Randall Ing would like Adopt me. Yeah, seriously, it'd make me like a
He gonna
kick-ass
adopt you like Buster.
Oh, shit, all right.
You just went
Okay.
there.
Oh,
All
by
right.
the way, that's how an air-to-air missile is fired, Captain.
Damn. All right. All
It
right.
just got
The
heated.
score just got evened. Okay, so.
Shots have been fired.
All right, so we're going to go to Pyrostrat and her thoughts on the crazy old release. Go.
Well, I have the 20th anniversary DVD, and I love
Yeah.
it. However, since, Mr. Ing is in it, I'm going to have to get the Blu-ray. I don't have any equipment to play that, but I'm going to get it anyway and watch my DVD instead. And that's all I got to say about that.
Okay.
I may not be very bright, man. I love it.
Red fried taters. Mm-hmm. It ain't got no gas in it. Okay.
What is going on?
I don't know, but it's funny.
It is funny.
Okay, I think we got everybody except Ledoux. So what are your thoughts on it? And are you even old enough to operate a Blu-ray?
Well, first of all, I'll have you know that I'm a very privileged white child, and almost all we have is Blu-ray.
The pumpkin spice gave it away. Wait, what?
We have every. Yeah, no, I know, right? I'm a white girl. Like this. Holy crap. Most of what we have is Blu-ray. This kind of snuck up on me. It was like all of a sudden it was like, oh, this is on Blu-ray. I need to go get it. I had no idea that Randall Ing was gonna be on there, so now I have to go get it. And I'm actually pretty excited. And actually, I really don't care about Blu-ray that much. But like, if Randall
Sure
Ing
you
is
don't,
on there,
Richie Rich.
excuse me. But so yeah, it seems pretty cool. I haven't seen the movie in quite a while, so I'll have to check my local Wally World and go get it. So that's all I have to say.
Wait a minute. The rich, privileged white chick shops at Walmart. That's funny.
I'm not rich. I'm not rich. I just have two parents who were Marines, and we're essentially rich. So yeah, that's it.
I don't even pay attention to it when I light my Cuban cigars with $100 bills, Ma.
Oh my god.
Okay, so I think we hit all of our topics. I think we got everybody on that last one, I think. Yes? No?
Yes.
All right, so, okay. So I
No,
think that pretty,
wait, what?
yeah, that pretty much does it for this episode of the Decepticast. Thanks, everybody, for listening. And as always, Decepticons forever. And we'll go to our little wrap-up deal here with Hunger. Go.
Well, this was fun. I'm glad I got to do it again. I'm looking forward to the next one.
Sweet. Ledoux.
Oh, have a great day. All hail Lord Megatron 3 times a day before every meal. Yeah, that's all I have to say.
Pyro.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for listening. See you next week.
And Purple Nurple. Go.
I like beer.
Okay. And I think it about wraps it up here. Thanks, everybody. Decepticons forever.